What's up, guys? It's Corzi from Gaming Legit, and I'm combining two different games. The first game is Sabotage, the second is a team deathmatch, giving you an objective. And then the first team deathmatch, I think I posted of Black Ops footage. I don't post too much Black Ops just because it's so vastly covered by so many different commentators all over YouTube. I try to not post as much, but I know a lot of you like and value my opinion, and what I'm going to be doing with this commentary is actually discussing Treyarch as a Call of Duty developer versus past games. I'm not a big fan of Black Ops, I'll throw that out there. I know there's some people that absolutely love this game, but I find a lot of stuff completely wrong with it. I kind of want to talk about it and leave this up for discussion and comments on underneath this video, and have you guys reply to other people's comments that are replying to what I have to say, and sharing their thoughts as well. And on that note too, I have a Facebook page for Gaming Legit. Just go to Facebook and search Gaming Legit. You will find the Facebook page. Go ahead and add that. I constantly do updates for upcoming videos. If I find some new game information that I'm interested in and care to share with you guys, I'll post that on there too. Some funny links, stuff like that. It's just a great way to share information with the fellow Gaming Legit community. So go ahead and look for that. Actually, I'll put a link to it in the description of this video too. So the first thing I want to talk about as far as Treyarch as a developer for Call of Duty is the engine. It is completely different than the engine that's used from Infinity Ward. I think it takes some aspects of the Infinity Ward's Modern Warfare 2 engine, but does stuff slightly different. And I don't know why they didn't just use the Modern Warfare 2 engine, because Modern Warfare 2 Online not only looked great, it played fluid. Like, it was perfect online. I'd never had lag issues. I mean, every once in a while you get into a bad lobby, but not as consistent as Black Ops. Black Ops is just, you get tons of hit markers with no death. Like, it's just non-stop. I mean, it's proven mostly in the sniper rifles, and that's where people complain the most, on top of the fact that they completely nerfed the sniper rifles. But you'll actually get hit registration with the sniper point blank and not get a kill. Sometimes you won't even get hit markers for a shot that, for example, there was a guy on a map that was playing just recently, and the guy was completely laying down, and I caught him off guard, and I was going to give him a good kill cam. So I zoomed in with my sniper and did a couple crouches on top of him, and then I shot him dead center in the back of the head, scoped in with my sniper, and I didn't get a single registration tick. And I ended up having to knife the guy because the guy heard the sound and went to turn around. And that's only in Treyarch's Call of Duty games. It was the same in World at War, and it's the same in Black Ops. Now, it's not for everybody. Some people don't even notice it. Some people, it's golden, it's perfect for them. They just have a connection that just happens to work well for them every single time. Now, for whatever reason, it seems to try to select me as host quite a bit, and I never really had that happen in Modern Warfare, but whenever I'm host, it gets super laggy too, because it like matches people from the East Coast onto like my uppermost corner of Washington State, and you just can't have communication over the internet traveling across the United States perfectly, and especially with the Treyarch engine. The other thing about the Treyarch engine is the graphics. They aren't as good. They're not nearly what Modern Warfare 2 was. That was something that completely caught me off guard when the game first released. When I put that game in my console and I started playing it online, I was like, I don't know. I kept on saying in my head, like, really? Like, I was really questioning why the graphics were so different. Some maps look better than other ones, and with these different textures and stuff. Like this map, Array, sorry, looks pretty good. Snowy textures tend to look good, but at the same time, if I pull up Modern Warfare 2 and play one of the a snowy textured map, it always looks better on Modern Warfare 2. And if you're going to be developing a new game, the next one coming out in the series, for example, if Halo 3, if Halo Reach coming out following Halo 3 looked worse than the previous game, people would be just shouting about it. But nobody really said anything about the massive graphical difference between this game and Modern Warfare 2. And it's very, very obvious. I am used to it now, so I don't notice it, but I definitely remember when I first put it in the game, getting caught off guard by it. The other thing is balance in this game. Now, Treyarch is really, really good to listening to the community. They really listen to what we have to say, what we complain about, and do their best to make adjustments for it. Some of their updates, they purposely, like, the verbiage that they use is very, very vague. They like they say stuff like it's addressed or we looked into. They don't say it's fixed. And look at how many updates that they've done. How many patches have they done since the game's release? Compare that to another game like Halo or Battlefield. How many patches does this game or Call of Duty typically have to go through before it's playable? Like, honestly, there's always issues with these games. It's non-stop. It's just interesting. It's Modern Warfare 2, but the difference is that Modern Warfare 2 Infinity Ward, they did like one patch to the Akimbo shotguns, and they never did anything else. They didn't address the one-man army issues, and or the noob tube, the commando, the death streaks, a lot of stuff that was really pissing off the community that they could have easily adjusted, and it would have been a fantastic, wonderful game. It would have made this game not look as good. Black Ops largely, what their selling points were the failures in Modern Warfare 2, and so the stuff that Infinity Ward did not address in Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops fixed and used as selling points in their announcements by developers and stuff. So they announced that Commando's out, they announced that Stopping Power's out, Death Streaks, all the stuff that we hated about Modern Warfare 2, they used for selling points for their game. There's no arguing that, and it really worked. It's a smart play. They needed to be dealt with, and they did. But Black Ops did a lot of weird stuff by removing stuff that was good about Modern Warfare 2 that doesn't make any sense. They do a lot of, like, you're talking about balance, and this is more balanced as far as like overwhelming commando and noob tubes and stuff like that, but they also have stuff in this game that's not balanced at all, and the submachine guns is a perfect example. They did the same thing with World at War, where they make certain guns to be allowed to have certain attachments, but not every one. And so the AK-74U for the SMG is so clearly the best submachine gun. If you use any other submachine gun, you're going to go back to the AK-74U because it's so obviously the better submachine gun. Now, if you played Infinity or Ward's Modern Warfare 2, you should remember that the P90, the UMP45, the Vector, you had a selection of submachine guns that you could use and do really, really well with. You can't do that in this game, and to argue otherwise is just... it's just ignoring what's going on in Black Ops and just basically being a fanboy. The AK-74U is the go-to submachine gun. I mean, it's so good that they're nerfing it. What they should do is make the other submachine guns better. They did the same thing with shotguns. So I didn't have a problem with shotguns as a secondary weapon in Modern Warfare 2. The reason being is that these super soldier classes that people were complaining about, they weren't such a problem where that someone was obviously just destroying everybody in the game because of his shotgun. No, it wasn't the case. Yeah, he might have killed me like one time, but then I knew what he was going to do, and I would be able to easily return the kill. I didn't think it was some they made it some over glorified issue. And the same right there, like you saw me running by those bushes were blurred. The engine like randomly cuts the graphics out, and it doesn't maintain the graphics. That's another difference between the Black Ops or Treyarch engine versus the Infinity Ward. So yeah, shotguns. So I don't disagree with how they made them a primary. It's a different concept on Call of Duty, and the change is nice. But the problem is that they made them a primary and then nerfed them. So you take them out of the secondary ability because people, rightly so, are complaining about them for whatever reason. They put them into the primary and then they nerf them. The shotguns in Black Ops is like you're shooting pillows at people. They do not work. Like, it takes 3 to 4 shots to get a kill from anybody that's beyond 10 feet away from you. They're pointless, and especially for the maps. The maps are not close enough quarters constantly throughout an entire map where shotguns prove themselves to be of any worth at all. The guys that are using shotguns are playing very, very passively and or are like severely negative. Like, you don't see too many people going consistently really, really well, high kill death ratio with a shotgun. It's just not in the works for this game. You have the same thing going on for the snipers. So the snipers is something that's been infamous infamous in Call of Duty, a certain type of sniping that's only present in Call of Duty. And then they took it out because people complained, and the best of the best Call of Duty players don't agree with it, and it's very open about it. But there's a lot of people that weren't very good at this game that complained about the people that were good at this game, and then nerfed the snipers because of it. Whatever, you nerfed the snipers. But not only did they do that, they limit your option for the sniper. You have one go-to sniper. You're not going to use the WA2K. You're not going to use the Dragunov. Those weapons tend to be a two-shot kill. Every once in a while you get a one-shot, but it's not the L90. They give you one bolt action. I don't know. They just limit your options, which also adds to like the fizzle factor with this game. It gets pretty annoying. On the positive side, they did incorporate theater, which is a very, very nice touch. Definitely, you need it almost in every video game. It's just such a nice selling point for a video game. It's just so nice to be able to go back and not have to worry about recording your gameplays as a YouTube commentator, and it just stores it so you can go back and watch it and replay it, share it with your friends. It's just awesome. They did a lot of nice stuff with the customizable options with your logos and stuff like that. They did a lot of good stuff. You know, don't get me wrong. They did a lot of stuff good. The biggest issue I have to say overall is just the engines. There's no reason why they shouldn't have used the Modern Warfare 2 engine. I don't know why they didn't. It just completely ruined the game. The assault rifles for me in this game are fantastic. I absolutely love the assault rifles. It's like the one class that they did really, really well. The wager matches are awesome. Zombies are always awesome. Treyarch does that very, very well. But I'm kind of depressed and cautious for the next Call of Duty. You know, I've heard that it's going to be an MMO, that they're looking towards a much larger Call of Duty, because these games are just box matches full of, look at it, there's the bushes, man. Again, just like, they're just blurry objects. The graphic, it just can't process it or something. I have no idea what's going on. But yeah, these games typically, they're just terrible spawns. The spawn system in this game is absolutely horrible. It's the same thing over and over. They did balance the perks. I love the perks in this game. And something else that they did, I mean, there's so many little things that they changed in this game that I'm completely going to leave out and miss. And, like, my explanations are probably poor, and I'm leaving myself probably victim to some series of comments. But you look at something like the C4 in this game. They put, like, a Christmas light on top of the C4. Like, you can see the C4 no matter where you put it. Modern Warfare 2, that was like a domination objective go-to equipment. You put that on one of the objective points like A, C, B, and you continue to move on to the next domination point, and then you hear that your one of your points is being taken, switch over to your C4, and you ignite it. In this game, honestly, I played like 10 or 12 games consistently in a row and didn't get a single C4 kill playing domination, and it was just constantly being destroyed, no matter if I put it in a bush or in some kind of object to kind of hide it, because it's got this glowing light. Why would they do that? Like, why would you put that on top of the C4? I don't see the reasoning behind it. So there are some positives to the game. There's actually a lot of positives, but I'm just pointing out the stuff that's disappointing that they didn't carry out, especially with a game that's been out for so long. They should be doing certain things right. Anyways, God bless, love you guys, and I'll see you in upcoming vids.